Baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. Baddie, baddie, shot o'clock. Y'all, I had to do a long form video review for this because, wow, this was a loaded episode. Probably the best episode out of this entire season. And I just couldn't dedicate just 10 minutes to it. I did give a 10-minute review on my, TikTok. I'm sure they're going to shadow ban it. TikTok has literally been banning all of my Baddies reviews, and I don't know why. So I post them here. So yeah. But anyway, let's get into this review because I want to be more detailed than I was on my TikTok video. I couldn't get all my points out. First things first. Bad Dolly, I don't know what your issue is with fucking Big Lex, but you need to get that in check immediately. The episode opens up with Bad Dolly recapping what happened to her the night before. She was saying that she don't remember much. She remembers she was just trying to get ready, and then it went black, and then she was at the hospital. So after recapping, she's also giving her exit speech because she's now off the show. And I really want to talk about this one part here because we all noticed that she said the person I'm really going to miss leaving this show is Summer. Which was also kind of funny because in the clips that they show of Bad Dolly with Summer, Big Lex is also in these scenes. And when I first heard Bad Dolly say that, it kind of took me back because I'm like, well, why is she and Big Lex beefing? Big Lex was literally in her confessional crying at the fact that Bad Dolly had to get rushed to the hospital because she had a serious health scare. And Bad Dolly literally just played Big Lex on national television, on national streaming platforms. And y'all sitting here laughing at Big Lex. I know y'all don't like her. Y'all think she a hypocrite. Y'all think she corny. Cool, fine, whatever. I still like Big Lex. I like her energy and her vibes. I will say, while y'all sitting here laughing at Big Lex, I'm really giving the side eye to Bad Dolly because it's like, well, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? Big Lex has never had an issue with you. She's always been there in your corner, had your back. It was always all three of y'all. So what is it about Big Lex that you don't like that you're not going to miss? And not gonna lie, I've always seen this bit of separation between Bad Dolly and Big Lex. If you watched Baddies Africa auditions, you would see that Bad Dolly and Big Lex, they was around each other, but it wasn't giving besties. So I'm quite interested in understanding what was the breakdown here between the two. And on top of that, in the beginning of the season, we saw Summer and Bad Dolly latch onto each other automatically. They clicked. And then Big Lex kind of came along a little bit later. So I'm wondering if it's a bit of jealousy, if it's you not about to overshadow me, or whatever the case is. I don't know. But I'm really looking at Bad Dolly a little sideways because it's crazy to X out the girl who was there for you. Now, here we are. Lex and Summer went to the hospital with Bad Dolly, which again, surprised Bad Dolly had the audacity to not include Big Lex in that because Lex was up in that hospital with you. Bad Dolly recorded that confessional after all of that went down, and still there's a problem? Very weird behavior from Bad Dolly, and I don't trust that bitch. I'm telling y'all, watch that bitch. Y'all gonna believe me when I say this. The fact that she has the energy to not include her in I'ma miss her says a lot. Watch out for Bad Dolly. If she's coming back next season, we gonna find out some more shit about that bitch. Anyway, so Lex and Summer get back and they're talking to the majority of the group, all the newbies, telling them what happened and how they feel. Big Lex is essentially, I don't want to say she's necessarily blaming Jela for it, but I think she looks at Jela as she's the start of all of the bad shit that happened to Bad Dolly. We was in the club, you started that shit, and then you swung on her, and now here we are today having to be at the hospital because she had a seizure. You topped all that shit off. It's your fault. I'm whooping your ass. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling Lex on this. I know y'all hate her. I know y'all probably think I'm being biased, but hear me out. If your best friend got hit at the club, got into a brawl at the club, and then the very next morning, she's being sent to the hospital for a seizure, to which, if y'all know anything, seizures pretty much start with the brain. It's the brain activity with the body. It's a disconnect. Y'all gonna be out there looking for the bitch that hit your friend the night before because in your mind, that's what started that shit. That was the catalyst for why she had a seizure. Do I think Jela is the reason why Bad Dolly had a fucking seizure? No, I absolutely do not think that. No, not at all. These girls be drinking. We know for a fact that they don't be eating. They be locking up them fridges. They be drinking. They be offered drugs. They be giving all this type of shit. It's Zeus that gave her the seizure, if we're going to be real here. I can understand why Big Lex feels a way towards Jela, and I'm not going to fault her for feeling a fucking way. I'm just not. Now, the girls had asked Summer how she was feeling about this, and she said, you know what? I kind of don't give a fuck. I just want to run my ones with Scotty and Ahna because them bitches jumped me. Like, I don't feel nothing now. Like, I'm just ready to go. And you could tell this whole ordeal really changed Summer because this was the quietest I've ever seen Summer this entire season. Like, she was more mellow. She was more to herself. She was just in the mind of, my friend got jumped. My friend went to the hospital. I had to make the connection with her family to tell her. And now these bitches that jumped me, that jumped my friend last night, it's up and it's stuck. This episode and last episode really showed who Lex and Summer are. And I think it kind of made them have a sense of, or well, it gave them some humility, honestly. So now we're moving on. Natalie calls Big Lex. And I just want to say I 100% feel like Natalie wants to be on Big Lex's good side. I feel like Natalie might be a little bit frightened of Big Lex. Because as we have seen, any girl that could fight their ass off, Natalie wants to become best friends with. And Big Lex is the big fight bitch this season, apart from Ivory. So Natalie wants to be good friends with this girl. And you know what? Cool. No problem. But yeah, Natalie calls Big Lex and she's like, yeah, I just found out from Rolly that Dolly had a seizure. Is everything all right? What did y'all see? Blah, 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 blah. So they're recapping, telling Natalie how they felt and so on and so forth. So Natalie reveals, okay, well, on top of that, we're actually going to have a dinner tonight. And we also have a special guest coming. Is Ivory there? Ivory gets on the phone and Natalie's like, well, I'm going to tell you that Mel is coming. Ivory's already on 10. She's like, sure, I guess I won't be eating food, but I'm going to be eating these bitches. And then Ivory reveals that when they was in Milwaukee and she was leaving and somebody snatched her wig, it was actually Mel that took her wig off. Ivory was already ready for it. She understands how Zeus works. If me and you even got just exchanged 2 words to each other, they gonna put you on the show for us to fight. That's how this goes. Ivory was like, listen, I don't have nothing else to say about this bitch. I don't want to keep talking about this bitch. Just when I see this bitch, move the fuck out of my way. I'm wanging on this hoe. So we gonna go to the bus ride. And I want to specifically talk about this bus ride because you could see that the energy is just very different amongst the two cars. On the Newbies side, they're still kind of sad about what happened with Bad Dolly, but you could tell that they're just in the mood to fight everyone that stands in their way. The Newbies, minus Pretty P and Jazz, are all like tired of the OGs acting like they better than everybody and got this weird fucking energy about themselves. And I'm sorry, I might not like this, but I really do think the OGs be like stepping out of bounds. If the Newbies aren't allowed to act a certain way, then the OGs should not be acting a certain way. And gonna be completely honest, there is no actual factual OGs on this show besides Natalie and Jela. When I hear OG, I'm thinking you came from Bad Girls Club and now you're on this show. That's a fucking OG. All these other bitches, y'all was just here for 2-3 seasons. Please stop. And this is the other thing. Y'all are some fucking OGs, right? Then why the fuck are y'all dressed up for any kind of fucking dinner? Y'all know and say this every fucking episode and season. When Natalie calls for a meeting, when we do a bonfire, or we do some sort of dinner, it's always a fight. So why the fuck do y'all be putting on y'all best fit, y'all best makeup, y'all best wigs? I just want to know. And that goes to show the ego that the OG has when it comes to the newbies. They think they're pretty, they're proper, they're the example. Y'all can't touch me because if y'all touch me, it's going to be repercussions. And I promise y'all, there will be no repercussions for beating up the fucking OGs. So much so that fighting Scotty don't even come with repercussions. In fact, it seems like it's about to get rewarded. Like, that's how much the OGs are not valued, and I want them to calm down. The dinner is where it really starts popping off. So we see the OGs on one side, we see a mixture of OGs and newbies in the middle, and then we see the newbies on the other side. So first things first, automatically when the newbies walk in, Ahna's flapping her fucking gums. And I've been very wish-washy with Ahna because she gives me wish-washy energy. 1 minute, I find her to be fun. She seems like she's fun to be around. I can hang out with her. The next, I'm like, damn, I want to punch this bitch in her mouth. And this is one of the times where, like, this entire season, I have not fucked with Ahna. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, y'all be getting on Summer for being loud, for being annoying, for being this, for being that. But Ahna's literally the same fucking person. And in fact, I find Ahna to be 10 times far more fucking annoying because she runs and hides behind someone else. Like, she didn't fight Nunu one-on-one. She got Biggie, big fat ass, to jump in for her. And I don't understand it either because Biggie, Nunu wasn't even out there when J.O. punched you in your face. You should have handled J.O., but you ran for your fucking life. So at this point, you was fighting for no reason. And I feel like you and Ahna came up with this whole agreement to jump Nunu. But that's neither here or there. So Ahna's flapping her mouth, instigating this fight, talking about yeah, y'all quiet. Summer, we like you better when you shut the fuck up. Da-da-da, shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, Ahna, please shut the fuck up. Like, there was a time where you could just shut the fuck up. It would be now. Like, I never understand why Ahna got to be the first person to flap her fucking gums. Like, just, girl, hush. And I hate that no OGs be checking Ahna for that. Because it's like, every time we've gotten into a fight, you have had something to say or you instigated it before we even got into the fight. That's some corny shit. Shut the fuck up. So some of the newbies say hi to like Jaden, they say hi to Rolly, they say hi to Natalie, whatever. Summer just sits down. Summer then is like, oh, Natalie, I didn't give you a hug. To which obviously that was planned and on purpose because she wants to get to Scotty real bad. So when Summer's standing there with Natalie having a conversation, you hear production screaming for Summer to go back to her seat. Like, you just hear Summer, Summer, Summer. Summer is ignoring the fuck out of these producers. You had the hula dancers dancing in the middle. You had, like, what do you call them? They do, like, musicians, there we go, in the background playing music. Production didn't want them to fuck none of that shit up. So Scotty's sitting there, rightfully so, paying attention to what the fuck, Summer is about to do. And Anna's like, yo, Scotty, watch her bag. Scotty was already on 10. Scotty was on her P's and Q's. And this is why I be saying, y'all bitches gotta stop saying when you staring a bitch in her face and she hit you, you got snuck. Stop saying that. Because if I'm staring dead at you, I should be ready for whatever the fuck you about to do. It's called reading the room and reading the body language. When Summer's not looking at Ahna and Ahna decides to hit her with a fucking ice cream cone, that's a sneak. Summer was not looking at her. But now Scotty looking at Summer, who then actually takes off and tries to hit Scotty. That wasn't a sneak. She was ready for that. So Summer did not sneak Scotty. So before anybody even thinks about opening their mouth and saying that, don't even. Scotty giraffe kicked the fuck out of Summer. I also want to note that in the process of Summer trying to run at Scotty, Natalie is holding on to Summer's hand. Natalie's trying to stop Summer from fighting. And I want to make note of this because I'm going to come back to this note later. Natalie tried to stop Summer from fighting Scotty. And then in the midst of them fighting, Natalie got dragged in the middle of the fight. Natalie was trying to break up the fight and stop Summer from fighting Scotty. So now after that fight, everyone is up in arms. Everybody's standing. They ready. Next thing we see, Big Lex walking up crazy. She walked up to Jela like she was Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. She was on that time. And I don't know what y'all are talking about, saying Jela didn't get dogged. Jela got dog walked, okay? This first round, Jela ain't know what the fuck to do with herself. And I'm going to proudly say that Jela got beat the fuck up. You know why? Because at first, Jela was throwing punches. Missing, but she was throwing punches. But once Lex connected with her, it turned into fight. It turned from fighting to I'm just defending myself. If you watch, Jayla's hands is literally trying to block whatever she thinks is about to come her way. That girl stopped fighting. And then she went into defense mode and tried to put Lex in a fucking headlock. Like, what was that gonna do, Jela? Because as you put this bitch in a headlock, you're not even swinging on her back, punching her stomach, swinging at her head. You just holding her. So you know what happens? Your ass got dumped on your fucking neck, bro. Straight dumped on your fucking neck. And I will be the first to say this was so fucking satisfying to motherfucking watch. If y'all watched any of my old reviews or watched one of my The Problem About Baddies videos, you would know I think Jayla's a little too high on her horse. Yes, she is an OG, But she did not need to be on this show because then she falls into delinquency and then act like she did nothing wrong. I am still a firm believer she started that fight in the club and she should have got kicked the fuck off this show immediately. Jela was on a chopping block. She did not get sent home. They just used her as an example. And now Jela feels like she's untouchable. She can do whatever. Natalie's gonna laugh about it. And Jela's still gonna keep a fucking job. And that's why Jela's head is so fucking big. So it was very nice to see this bitch get humbled in the meanest way. Watching Jela get dogged walked was truly satisfying. And I'm sorry for y'all Jela fans, but this was her time. This was time, okay? Gretchen ain't do shit last time, okay? Gretchen may have got a little scratch and bite, but Jela getting beat like this is something that we've never seen before. You can say what you want about Big Lex, but if she says she gonna whoop your ass, she gonna whoop your ass. And that's the thing about Big Lex I like. You call her for a fade, she gonna step up to it. She wanna fight you, she gonna step to it. She says she gonna beat your ass, she gonna do it. And motherfucking good for her. I just, like this whole fight right here was just iconic. It was just so many layers to it. It was so many layers. They needed to get this one off. From episode 1, they needed to get this off. Honestly, truly. And I'm gonna double down on the fact that Jela got whooped. Because one thing about Jela, she gonna have a mouth before she go into a fight. She gonna talk her shit, whether she doing it classy, shadily, whatever you want to call it. She gonna talk her shit. But the second she get worked on, she be quiet as a fucking mouse. We saw that with Gretchen. Even though I don't think Gretchen actually beat the shit out of Jela, I think the fact that Jela underestimated Gretchen and wasn't expecting her to get scratched the fuck up like that, get bit the fuck up, and to also got a tooth ripped straight from the fucking root of her mouth, that humbled Jela, and she was quiet and not seen for the rest of the fucking episode. Or for the rest of the reunion, excuse me. So now here we are. She wasn't expecting Big Lex to come in and wang on her like that. Jela got humbled. Jela does secretly pride herself in being like, I could fight. Like, bitch, I'm pretty and I got the hands too. Ain't nobody gonna fucking whoop me. And Jela got whooped. Once she got dumped on her back, you saw how quiet she was. She ain't said shit. Jela had to rethink her life choices after that dump. So let's really talk about it. Because after Jela and Lex was fighting, Lex looked over at Scotty and Summer and said, all right, y'all come to the front. Y'all run the shit too. I'm ready to whoop y'all asses, right? Ahna ain't say shit. She went off to the back to try and fight Summer. Scotty is like, well, what do you want to fight me for? You being a fucking lame bitch because you said you wasn't going to fight Ahna because Anna's a little ass girl. Big Lex is like, well, you know what? I spared her this entire fucking season. I've been sparing her, but since she got all that fucking mouth, she can give me the same mouth on this fucking floor right now. Later on, Lex challenges Scotty again, and Scotty keeps saying, well, what do we need to fight for? I don't want to fight you. Why are we fighting? There's no reason for us to fight. Because I fought your girl? Is that the reason? Scotty and Ahna be copping some fucking pleas, and both of these bitches is pussy. Like, I know y'all like these girls. I get it. Cool. Y'all can like Ahna. Y'all can like Scotty. But these two bitches are some of the most pussiest bitches I've ever seen in my life. Apart from Biggie. Take the biasness out of it. Anna's asking for an ass whooping, okay? Y'all done let Ahna go for these 2-3 seasons thinking that she can't fight anybody because she's so small or she's on the injured reserve. Meanwhile, she's jumping into people's fucking fights. For a small ass girl, Ahna is the loudest bitch in the fucking room. And she has been antagonizing fucking Lex. From the make me shut up, yeah, you not gonna do that, bitch. Eat my dick, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't gonna do shit. I'll whoop your ass, bitch. That type of stuff, if you keep saying that to someone, they gonna want to whoop your ass at some point. But Anna's not smart. She swears that she's going to be protected by Tasiki, by Biggie, by whoever. Because last season, oh no, I'm on the injured reserve. I'm gonna curse you out. I'm gonna tell you to eat a dick and die and choke and do all this other shit. But you can't hit me though. I'm on the injured reserve. However, if I see you run up, I'm gonna jump in when you're not looking at me. Even though I'm on the injured reserve, you can't hit me. That was the energy Ahna had all last season. Now here we are this season. She needed to fight Nunu one-on-one and she got Biggie jumping into her fucking fights. And then she's jumping into Biggie's fights. So now, for the 4th time this season, when she's getting called out for a one-on-one fade, she don't want to fucking do it. Ahna is a ducking loud ass bitch. And I cannot, at this point, I'm good on Ahna. Like, ain't no she good vibes, she Gucci. Nah, she not. She really not. So here we are, round 2 of Jela versus Big Lex. Jela did not get dog walked on this one, but she damn sure did not win this fight either. Jela got a couple of her hits in, sure, fine, whatever. But once again, Jela got punched in her face and she started defend myself mode. Block everything, don't swing. She went for that headlock again. But once again, Jela will get them in the headlock, but then don't be swinging. The way Lex was pounding on this bitch's scalp over and over again, I thought she was about to look like Martin in that episode after he got beat up by Roy Jones Jr. Like, I'm not even joking. I really thought Jela was about to look like this after that fight. Because the way Lex was putting them knuckles to her bald-headed self. Oh, my goodness gracious. Got me so fucked up, I didn't even say goodness gracious correctly. Goodness gracious. That was a brutal scalp beatdown. So as Lex is swinging over and bare-knuckling Jela's brain at this point, something connects in Jela's brain to say, oh, swing back. And so Jela's swinging back. But in the midst of Lex bare knuckling this girl's brain, she pops on her lip. And as you can see in this 4th screenshot, Jela, it hurt. Okay, Jela, it's okay to say that shit hurt. Because it looked like it hurt. All I heard was skin-to-skin contact. Jela came out that fight gushing blood. Okay, let's just call it for what it is. Jela's inner lip got busted open. And it wasn't like oh, I got a little cut, wipe it, I'm done bleeding. Like, every time Jela talked, you would see literally the blood pour out of her fucking top lip. Like, it was enough for Jela to let it pool up in her lip and then try to spit the blood at Lex. Oh, Jela, poor Jela. She got humbled, but it was just so satisfying to watch. Now, I got the order of these fights mixed up. But I do want to go back a little bit after fight 1 and clarify something. After round 1 with Jela and Big Lex, Ahna tried to run around to the back and sneak the fuck out of Summer. And I briefly mentioned it a couple seconds ago. And this is the thing about Ahna I don't fucking like. Big Lex literally just called you for a fucking fade. You ain't want to fight. But you ready to run around and sneak a girl who's literally being covered by 2 big-ass bulldozers of a men and cannot see you. And not even facing your direction. Ahna is a fucking loudmouth pussy bitch. Like I been told y'all. And on top of that, she tried to jump into the fight with Lex and Jela when Lex wasn't even looking at her. Ahna's only tough when people are not looking at her face to face. She don't know what to do with herself. And we're going to find that out in a couple more minutes. Hold on a second. We're going to get to that. Scotty, come here and let's have a conversation. Like, let's talk girl to girl. And let's just be real here, okay? Scotty got up on that table holding a Baddies chain that came in a little baby box that looked like she got it from the Hallmark store or whatever the case is. She's looking at Summer saying, yeah, bitch, I went in Natalie's room and I got this chain. If you want your chain, I stole your chain. You got to get it through me, bitch. Hold on. And this is the part about Scotty I don't like whatsoever. You let her think she want to fight or if she wins a fight. Now she's acting like she the OG gangster bitch. And I really want Scotty to understand she really has no position in the company. I don't think she do. I think she's protected because of her pussy, not because let me think she holds any value or stock in the company. I 100% genuinely think if Natalie turned to Lemmy and said, get this bitch off the show, shut the shit down, I don't want her speaking, I don't want her here, I don't want to see this bitch ever again, Lemmy is going to follow suit with that. Because Scotty is not the money maker of the show, nor is she the main bread and butter of the show. It is really Natalie. Scotty is literally coasting. She's not playing producer. She's not putting stuff together. She's not producing. She's not doing none of that shit. It's all Natalie. Lemmy's not gonna fucking lose Natalie for a bitch that gets pimped out and catches the clap. Scotty solidified that she will be a bottom bitch the moment that she was proudly on Natalie's OnlyFans, spreading them pussy lips in that bikini and licking the shit out of it. Scotty has solidified herself as Natalie and Lemmy's little bitch. So for her to hop up on this table saying, you gonna have to come through me, bitch. You ain't gonna get this shit unless I give it to you. Calm all the way down, Scotty. Know your role, because you really overstepping it. And that's exactly what the newbies are saying. These OGs be crossing Natalie and completely ignoring the shit she asked for, and it's disrespectful. So, Scotty, Summer doesn't have to fight you for that chain. I want you to understand that. She could whoop you bloody, and she'll still get that chain. So please get off your high horse and sit your ass down. Because who are you? Like, really, who are you? Okay, now we're back in action. Now, after not Natalie, Jela and Big Lex fought the second time, it was Scotty and Summer to line it up. And even though I've been shitting on Scotty this whole time, I gotta give her props. She finally figured out how to use her hand after using her feet. She most definitely got the best of Summer here. And Scotty finally figured out that you are a bigger bitch. You can use your height to your advantage. And Scotty did just that. She kept a distance. She kept it back. She did what she was supposed to do. Scotty did a good job. I'm not going to say I'm proud of the bitch, but good for you. Glad you finally figured it out. And I also just want to double confirm that she holds no value in Zeus, because before, Lemmy would be breaking this shit up immediately. This nigga did not break that shit up not one time. He let Scotty fight multiple times. So I feel like something brewing here. I could just be guessing, but that's just how I feel as far as Scotty. But good on her for getting her ones in and finally winning a fight. Fair and square. Good job. I just want us to look at this shot. This was such a satisfying shot. Like, let's just have a moment of silence for how beautiful this shot is before I get into it. Like, just 1 second. Thank you. Summer, bitch, you ate the fuck down with this fight. Ahna, the loudest bitch in the room, got dragged across the motherfucking room. Yes. Y'all saw that punch in that last screenshot I just shared? Yeah, that shit was able to knock all the flowers out of Ahna's hair and knock the bitch back. Summer may not be the best fighter, but once she got a hold of you, she got a hold of you, okay? The way she threw Ahna from corner of the room number 1 to corner of the room number 2, it gotta be studied. Ahna, you was not ready, bitch. That's what happens when you get too cocky in a fucking fight. You underestimate what your opponent actually knows how to fucking do. And she knew once she grabbed you by your beady ass head, she was gonna get you tossed across that room. And that's where you fucked up at. And I need the Ahna fans to stop being delusional, because Ahna was barely getting any hits in on this first round. This girl got tossed like a motherfucking salad, bitch. And this was also so satisfying to watch. Ahna been sneaking all fucking season. And I keep telling y'all, she only tough when she's sneaking. When she one-on-one, she is sinking. And oh, bitch, this girl sunk all the motherfucking way to the floor. Oh, shit. So now this scene was actually, while it was very minor, it said a lot, honestly, between Natalie and Scotty. After Ahna and Summer started fighting, Natalie jumped in to try and break it up. In the midst of Natalie trying to break it up, Scotty's sticking her head up, talking about, swing, Natalie, swing, bitch, hit that bitch. Natalie turns around and said, bitch, don't fucking tell me what the fuck to do, bitch. I'm breaking up this fucking fight. Shut the fuck up. Who are you talking to? And when Natalie said, don't tell me what the fuck to do, Scotty jumped and said, oh, what? I didn't tell you what to do. Scotty, you have amnesia so fucking fast. Natalie still screaming like, bitch, I'm trying to break up the fucking fight. That's all I've been ever doing. You telling me to get in the fucking paint. I am in the paint. I'm trying to break up all these fights. How about you shut the fuck up and get in the paint because you got challenged? And then Scotty gonna sit in the fucking corner like a child, icing her fucking scalp, talking about some, oh, we already know how this goes. You pick and choose. You pick and choose. Scotty, shut the fuck up. Telling Natalie she pick and choose, like you not picking and choosing your battles right now, is crazy. Again, you the same chick who sat up here in your confessional saying, if someone gonna call me out for a fade, I'ma run it even though I don't fight and I don't like to fight. Big Lex is calling you for a fade. Why your ass not getting out there and getting in the paint? Telling someone else to get into the fucking paint when you're not trying to? Insane work, don't you think, Scotty? And this is why your stock is very low. You will never be in Natalie's position. And I wish you would stop acting like you ought to have automatic access to that position because you're best friends with Natalie and you be sucking let me dick. You got humbled quickly. And I enjoyed watching that. You forgot the role you play. You are a pussy and dick eater. That's all you do. Shut up. Now we running Ahna versus Summer once again. And now I can't say that Summer completely washed her like she did the first round, but Ahna was honestly fighting for her life again. Ahna was able to get a couple shots in, sure, not a problem, but she keeps getting flung left to right. Y'all two girls are literally in the same weight class, and you letting this girl fling you from here to Acapulco? Ahna. And this is why you have to stop running your fucking mouth. Because you run your mouth and they grab you by your lips and throw you across the world. Like, please stop. Just shut up and let it go. There was no winner in this round. I can't say there was a winner, but I can say Ahna was swimming like a fish again. So after that fight, Big Lex is calling Scotty for a fade again. Scotty's like, but why do we need to fight? Like, I don't understand. Like, I have no reason to fight you. I didn't even do anything to you. You're just mad that I fought your friend. Like, stop. Leave me alone. I'm not fighting you. So then fucking Scotty walks over to Natalie and be like, she only wants to fight me because I fought Jela. I just fought Summer. And Natalie's like, well, Big Lex wants to take you on now. Go fucking fight. She's what's next. Go fight. She's calling you for a fade. Then Scotty turns her stupid self around, walks off and says, don't tell me what the fuck to do. And Natalie's like, then bitch, don't tell me to get in the fucking paint and fucking fight because you ain't gonna fight that bitch. You don't like being told what to do. Don't tell me what to do. And you know what? I'm with Natalie on this. Don't tell me to do something if you ain't gonna have the balls to fucking do it. Don't take your anger out on me because you scared to fight the bitch that threw Jela across the fucking universe. Don't do it. I really feel like Scotty was just projecting her fears onto Natalie. And I'm glad Natalie wasn't having any of it. Like, at fucking all. And now it makes sense as to why these bitches was fighting across social media platforms for weeks. Now we have the final round between Summer and Ahna. Can't say there was a clear winner. Both of them were both like getting their hits in and stuff. But I'm kind of going to give it to Summer because her strategy towards the end was actually pretty fucking good. Shorty grabbed Anna's hair, yanked her back, pushed her down to the floor, and started wanging on her. And it must have been bad enough because Tasiki was like, all right, it's time to break this up. But in the midst of Tasiki trying to break this up, Jela is trying to jump motherfucking Summer. I also want to know, as they broke it up, you see Scotty kind of pacing over there like, bitch, what was you about to do? I know your ass wasn't about to fucking jump in. You better not be jumping into nothing if you ain't gonna jump to the floor with Big Lex, girl. This is what I'm talking about. Scotty is a weird bitch. And I hate that y'all like her because she is a top 5 bitch I would not want around me ever. So now those fights went off and you see Ivory in the corner putting her hair up. And she's looking left to right because she knows what's about to happen next. She ready for it. Now we get the introduction of Mel. She looked good in these confessionals, not gonna hold you. She's a beautiful girl. But she's doing her introduction and she's explaining that she's also called Big Shroom. Because apparently on Young and Reckless, she took shrooms and started blacking out on everybody. Mel is also infamous for having Ivory throw piss at her while she was sleeping and then wanging on her. So because she took Ivory's wig in Milwaukee, they decided to bring this bitch onto the show and let them finish that business. Big Mel, not sure why you decided to come off fashionable, like you didn't know you was about to walk up in there and get a fight. I think maybe you thought that you was going to have a moment to speak to the girls, get to know, and then be like, all right, Ivory, run it, whatever. But that's not the case. Natalie didn't even have a chance to introduce Mel. Everybody was like, who the hell is this? Ivory just stole off on her. And you know how fake these bitches are? Because for the bitches that was all fighting each other, they damn sure came together to root on Ivory and beating on Mel. Round 1 was kind of sad because Mel went in there with her head down. She got on this long-ass wig, is getting in her face. She's swinging, giving windmill. And, you know, Ivory was dogging her shit. Ivory would step back, dodge, whamp, step back, dodge, whamp, like was knocking the goddamn Sonic rings out this bitch, not gonna lie. However, round 2, Melanie was kind of keeping up, not gonna lie to you. Mel got a kick in and it hit her with that right hook, as you can see right here. And, it kind of took Ivory for a little bit of like a shock. But Ivory was still in that shit. And Mel kept throwing them bowls. She kept throwing them. And eventually pushed Ivory back on top of a table. And they were still tussling. And at that point, security broke that shit up. And so they break it up. Ivory and Mel both looking a little washed, not gonna lie. They both got the best of each other. And Mel is like, well, Big Shroom is here now. So, like, now we need to run it another round. And that's where the episode actually ends. So now we're getting previews for next week. We see Natalie going the fuck off about Scotty. She's pissed that Scotty told her to jump into something. And Natalie's like, I'm not jumping into shit, bitch. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Big Lex is in the bus saying, like, it was a crazy ass fight and a crazy ass night that they had, but she's not satisfied. Like, she's not done with any of them bitches. So I expect to see Big Lex getting her ones off either next episode or the next 2 episodes. At this point, this is a never-ending season. I'm not gonna hold you. Natalie takes all of these girls out to a safari for whatever reason. And she's doing the whole, well, if you want to address something, you might as well just address it here. Big Lex called out Jela for fucking up money in the booking. Ahna and Nunu are going back and forth, and Anna's like, well, just thank me for giving you the last 4 episodes of the season. You're welcome. Scotty's trying to address Big Lex, saying, oh, you really had no reason to fight me. You only wanted to fight me because I beat your friend's ass. Scotty, don't try to sound tough, girl. Don't sound tough. Like, be quiet. And Rolly surprised the fuck out of me. I'm not sure who she was directly addressing, but Rolly said, you have been tag teaming people the entire fucking season. And Natalie's co-sign is saying, yes, you have. And Rolly said, that's not baddie behavior. Rolly, when you right, you right. I be getting on you every other time, but you ate that right there, girl. Yes, you did. And then Natalie also announces that there was 3 girls who didn't get baddie chains. And I'm definitely excited to see how the fuck Scotty's gonna react when Summer gets a fucking chain, because Summer's gonna get a chain. I think Pretty P's gonna get a chain, and I definitely think Nunu's gonna wind up getting that chain too, not gonna lie. Those are the only 3 girls left, honestly. So that's the end of the episode. I hope you guys liked my long ass review. Y'all seem to enjoy when I do these long form reviews, but y'all also show love on my shorts, so again, I'm gonna keep switching it up. Tell me what you guys think in the freaking comments. Like, who do you think's getting the chain next week? Who you think gonna be fighting again next week? Like, what do you think gonna be happening next week? And when do y'all think the season gonna end? Because this seems like it's just going on and on and on. And, like, I thought yesterday was gonna be the season finale. They got my ass. But, yeah, tell me what you thought about the episode. Do you agree with my takes on Scotty and Ahna and whoever else? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next review. Bye.